Welcome in to this edition of Great City Attractions. Today we visit one of the truly historic cities of American history. These are the Great City Attractions of Charleston. Fort Sumter, a fort to protect American interests from naval invasion. Fort Sumter, whose construction started in the early 19th century, is best known for its part in the American Civil War, with forces from both the Confederacy and Union battling for control of the fort. The fort was evacuated in late 1865 by remaining Confederate forces when Union advances made their position redundant. Today the fort forms part of a National Historical Park, with ferries taking those wanting to see this much-studied defensive structure up close. Fort Moultrie. If a visit to Fort Sumter isn't enough to quell the historical interest, then you can do worse than a visit to Fort Moultrie. The fort played a pivotal role in the defense of Charleston and the harbour itself. British naval craft were repelled from the surrounding area during the early days of the American Revolution. The American Civil War some 90 years later saw the fort bombarded once again. Patriot's Point, one of the most popular of Charleston tourist attractions. This point of interest is home to the Patriot's Point Naval and Maritime Museum, with visits to USS destroyers, aircraft carriers and aircraft high on the agenda for those that visit. There's also exhibits on those that have been awarded the Medal of Honor, and a section on the Vietnam conflict. Another of the great sights of Charleston, the Battery, a popular landmark and promenade. The Battery was once home to many of the major gun batteries protecting Charleston Harbour. Today, stately homes frame any photos you'll take here. Their distinctive southern architecture is sure to impress. If you're enjoying this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel below. Riverfront Park, one of the great green spaces of the city of Charleston. The park proves popular with locals and tourists alike and features a prominent performance pavilion and rolling open spaces. There's also large-scale exhibitions hosted in the park each year. Historic Plantations. A trip to Charleston wouldn't be complete without a tour of some of the historic plantations of the area. Some of the most popular include trips to the McLeod Plantation Historical Site and the Magnolia Plantation. Morris Island. Known for its lighthouse, Morris Island and surrounds saw much of the action during the aforementioned conflicts of the 18th and 19th centuries. Boat cruises can be booked to see the area along with taking in some of the historical reference points that have played their part in American history. Museums of Charleston. Among the museums you'll want to visit in Charleston are some of the historical house museums of the area, the Old Slave Mart, and the Charleston Museum itself. It's one of the oldest in the country and is known for its armory and natural history selections. That concludes this edition of Great City Attractions. Subscribe to the channel. What's your favourite place to visit in Charleston? Comment below.